at a new place, and we're ready to get this thing in the road. You are your own one-person bomb squad. You can defuse situations that you think are happening, but if not, then get therapy, okay? Also, yes, I smoke cigarettes. People say they cause cancer, but I think believing in God does. I'm amazing. And back this up a bit. There we go. All right, so I've recently gotten I got a delivery from a medication, and they're coming here today. They're gonna call me on my cell phone, and got a new address. So let's do this. Let's flip these burgers. Let's flip these burgers. Okay. Because that's what I do. Let's put this out. Alright, we're done. Yes. There we go. On the other TV that I had, I could not hear the footsteps. Now I can hear them loud and clear. Yes. I see now. Apple News. That's what this is. What is this? Alright, we're doing this. We're at 110. We're walking around. Alright. Let's do this. I see now. I see now what I'm supposed to do. Let's see here, there's houses there. Neat. Alright, so we need a car. Got a 2-ton scoop. Alright, we're good. Alright, let's look this way then. Let's looking for a car. There it is. Got it. Oh, hey Leslie.
You got the computer to work?
No, not yet. I set up an appointment tomorrow at, what was it, 2:40 for to go to Auctioneer West Bank to be able to get my Haldol liquids. So basically, to get my Haldol liquids, and the rest of my medications, I'm getting delivered to me by Community Choice, and I'm keeping them. So because they deliver, so it's really cool.
Bruno did.
Oh, that's awesome. The float thing. The float.
That's what people are doing this year. They're decorating the front of their houses
for people to like walk by.
Mardi Gras, and then throwing beads when people walk by.
That's cool.
Yeah, I guess you didn't get my text.
No, I got your text. The apps that you shouldn't have on your phone.
And the Motley Fool.
The Motley Fool.
Mm-hmm.
What was that one? Let's see. Was it what did it say? Issues rare, double down.
What to invest in?
What to invest in? Oh yeah, the Motley Fool. Yeah, I know. I looked up one of their things. Let's see here. Apple. I didn't get the Motley Fool yet. All right, that's just showing up.
What do you have hooked up to the TV?
I have my PlayStation 4, and this is PUBG.
So you can play on a giant TV.
Yeah, I get to see all the details.
But you haven't figured out how to get the computer.
I'm thinking it's gonna work. But
I mean, it'll work. Just gotta figure out how to what the password is, or change it, or whatever. It works.
Yeah.
It's not on.
Okay. All right. Cool. But I'm also streaming, so.
Huh?
I'm also streaming, so that's my face. Oh god damn it! I freaking that.
Is this all my junk too?
I think so. Some of it is. I'm gonna have to get some of it out of here. And I'm thinking about cleaning up the office too, with all the paperwork that's on the desk and everything.
God, I don't even like walking in there.
I know. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a bin or something like that, or like one of the bins or something like that, well,
some of the stuff out of that file needs to like go in the recycle bin.
Yeah, yeah. Especially those goddamn checks.
Or bills, or whatever. There's nothing you didn't throw away.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's like, I'm glad you started going through it, because I started losing my patience on that one.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if there's anybody here. Oh, cool. That's just a tea time stuff. What? It's a little. It's like something that Dylan made. Is it something that Dylan made? Yeah. The pinch pot or whatever.
It's cool. I didn't even know this was up here. It's been shoved under the TV for so long, I forgot about it.
So. Oh.
Yeah, I swear to God, it's like the minute I go in the bathroom, somebody calls me.
Yeah.
They either call me on my phone, or my brother's calling me.
I called Sarah, and Noelani picked up, and then she tried to give the phone to Sarah, and then the phone hung up. I was trying to tell her that she didn't need to take me today. She didn't need to take me to the Daughters of Charity today. Like I set up a whole bunch of different stuff, and Community Choice is sending the cereal that I'm getting. I'm getting it delivered with all the rest of my medication, so I can go through these and figure out which ones I don't need by the dates.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was like it's like my dad's medication stand used to, and I need to put that rag crap in the garage.
Yeah.
But that's I kept spraying like around the window in my dad's room, because he was so freaked out about the roaches in the bed.
I was trying to oh shit, what the hell? I don't need that. I need this frag grenade and those bullets.
Yeah, but that's my mom's high school picture there.
Really? Her high school picture? Wow, that's
old.
It's great.
It takes me forever to find her. She's my mother. I went downstairs and saw there's a spoon on a piece of foil. I'm not sure what the hell that means.
I don't know. It means somebody was...
It means it wasn't you, huh?
No, it wasn't. Yeah. I put up the food actually last night when it was kind of lukewarm or whatever. I put up the macaroni and the...
Oh, the mac and cheese?
Yeah, mac and cheese, yeah.
Yeah, I left the steak out for Mark to eat. Didn't eat it.
Yeah.
Should have split it with you. I did split it with you.
Yeah, split one of them with me. Yeah. Alright, I got a 4x scope now. I can see past my own existence right now.
Well, I know my food stamps kicked in yesterday, I think.
They did?
I haven't called them to make sure, but that's the day it comes.
I have a $75 credit that I still have a bunch of money on, I think. Or not a bunch of money on. $75 isn't a bunch of money, but...
I got $75 at Best Buy.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure how to get the card for... I think I have to go there and get it.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I gotta go.
If I can think of anything I want at Best Buy.
Alright, we got a carrier. A car. See if I can just drive this thing to the circle zone, because there's a blue wave coming. Oh, I'm not in the right driver's seat.
Do you have an ashtray up there or no?
Yeah, like the candle thing.
Oh, you're using Mark's candle thing?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Actually, we need to go out today and buy ashtrays. That would be
on my list of things today.
Yeah.
That and some reading glasses, because it's the only pair I have left. So if they break or Mark snipes them.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm getting a delivery today from a medication, so mostly I need to stay home.
Do you have to sign for it? Is that good? That was a question.
Huh?
Do you have to sign for it?
Yeah, I have to sign for it. So I need to stay.
I don't know what my dad didn't have.
In the vicinity of the house, basically, like in the vicinity of the house. Anyone can pick it up, but somebody just needs to sign for it. So.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, Mark's not going to be downstairs into that. So.
You're right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and here's the other problem.
They're going to give me a call, so whenever they do show up, they're going to give me a call. So that's fine. So yeah. Oh. But I got
Clock cabinet number 2.
I got the Wi-Fi password. I wrote it down on this thing. And these are all my Haldol liquids. Like, this is a whole bag of my Haldol liquids, my Haldol shot. And some of them are used, some of them aren't. So, like, I don't know which ones to even go through. Like, I'm just gonna get my new prescription and get rid of all these because they're probably over old or something like that.
Yeah, this comes right back to me.
It's really good. Yeah.
Because it's really fucking long.
It's a really good password there. There's a lot of plus signs and weird symbols.
And pound signs and
weird symbols and.
God. Every time I have to redo that, I shoot myself.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Your sister can be a real sweetheart.
Yeah.
But she can fuck up the Wi-Fi like nobody's business.
Right now. It's being recorded.
That's a lot. Nice of you.
I'm sorry. Nobody watches it. It's fine. I just put it on the internet. Nobody really watches it, so it's okay. Okay, I think I got it.
So you got that hoodie? Did you try it on?
No, I haven't tried it on yet, but I'm sure it's warm as hell. So.
It's 63 degrees outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one. Yeah, I'm gonna use that one. That hoodie. It's on one of the hangers. So, and I'm sure I can just like scrunch up the sleeves and it'll fit. So.
Yeah, you think the sleeves are gonna be too long?
That's what I want though, kind of, because like one of like layers on you and stuff like that.
I do too.
Yeah. That's why you thought Mark might like it because he could scrunch up the layers on the.
No, he needed another hoodie because he didn't have any. He wore the same one for weeks.
Wow.
And I just got the size I thought that he would wear.
Yeah.
Because you looked at it, it looks like a tank. Wash it in hot water.
Yeah. Make it shrink. Make it shrink.
Damn near everything on that bookshelf is crap that my mother collected too.
Really? There's like postcards and stuff like that, and there's some there's an artist. I just unwrapped that. That's an artist pad right there. That little brown thing, the brown thing with the silver stings on the side.
That thing?
Yeah, the thing in the back. Yeah.
What is it?
It's a brown artist pad. Like the backing. You see the backing? In the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that?
Oh, that.
Yeah, that
Okay,
silver thing.
about the bag.
Yeah. No, the bag looks like it came from what is it? What's the goddamn thing?
And I love this thing. When I made this,
yeah.
was Gandhi. But she took, they didn't have any money to give Christmas presents, so
yeah.
They made all these calendars with everybody they knew's dogs, pictures.
Oh, that's cute. It's really cute.
Yeah, put it in my birthday month.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah, well, then you can come up with some shit.
Yeah. Almost got it. I'll move this up here. So yeah, let's talk about a topic. There are a lot of things that people invest in that are like just stupid investments. Stupid, like very dumb investments. GameStop is one of them. Because they're doing research, but you have to realize that, like, and there was like, this short is like, GameStop is a short, and I can't believe a short made this happen. No, shorts didn't do anything. Shorts were just put there.
Yeah, we need a chance to go to the store. No, I have cigarettes.
Okay, all right, cool. I need cigarettes though. Is there anything? All right, okay. But Shorts, can't believe Shorts did this, and Reddit, everyone was like, no, Reddit didn't do this. Reddit did not make people lose money. Reddit didn't do anything. All they did was say a bunch of stuff on their analysis of something that actually would happen. But that's the point, is like, everybody's like, oh my god, the analysis, if the analysis has said something, if you say the analysis, then it changes everything. No, fuck it doesn't. It changes absolutely nothing within the company. People need to realize that shit, and like, they need to realize that no, people don't go and friggin' oh, you little bastard. He was in the window already. Thought he wouldn't be there. It was fun. But yeah, this whole short with GameStop is like everyone's like, oh my god, I can't believe that everybody knows that. No, it's like they're finally getting rid of their old bullshit people who don't do anything, GameStops, and they're experimenting with new and good GameStops, like retro games and Japanimation and anime and all that other different stuff, and tournaments and esports, and they're experimenting on new different stuff. They're probably not doing it in my area, but they really need to, because there is a definite want for it, I'd say. That's basically the reasons why GameStop is actually went up at all. Maybe it had some sort of effect to it as far as the short and everything like that, and everybody's saying that the analysis and the way that things would go, basically, but it didn't really predict anything, and it didn't really make anything happen. So you have to realize that shorts don't do anything. They don't do anything. They're just prediction of the market, and they have to realize that people have to realize that GameStop did its own work, and now it's actually doing work and actually making research and doing the research and the good stuff that actually happens. Their stock is going up because of it. So that's the reason why. And it's not like, oh my god, this GameStop stock is so volatile. Oh my god. No, it's not. It's like people made money. Yeah, it's great. They made money. It's really awesome. But that's the whole point of the market, is to make money. And the whole point of the market too is to gain in value. And when GameStop comes out, they're pretty much recession proof. They're about games. Their digital sales are flying. Their actual places are benefiting, and sometimes they're going to be closed down to be able to make new ones, and they might even keep the same people sometimes in some places because of the numbers and all the sales and everything like that. So realizing that they're consolidating and realizing that the fact that they're making the decisions they need to make to be able to be a better consumer giver, or a better establishment in itself. That's the reason why they went up. So just don't believe anything you hear on social media, because shorts don't make anything happen, and analysis does not make anything do anything. It's just analysis. It's just like, these guys can't believe they're from Reddit and you don't want to make them famous. No, you can't make them famous. They're not famous. They're not people who want to be famous. They're not people who just, it's just like everybody, I don't know what it is that everyone likes to say the news sometimes, and it is so an echo chamber. Like, it is the biggest echo chamber I've ever heard and seen in my entire life. And people really don't realize how much they get dragged into echo chambers, and their lives get ruined, because echo chambers do not help anyone. They're just an analysis of your behavior, and your behavior can change at any moment. So, and I know that because I've experienced psychosis and manic depression, or not manic depression, but manic bipolarism, I guess. I've realized that, like, a lot of times there have been so many situations in my life to where I was stressed out, and I realized that those situations sometimes arise, or I pick certain situations that I've been stressed out in to freak out about later on in life. And that's what my panic attacks usually are. So, but I mean the realization of that, and realizing that, like, there's no real shorts in the industry that could predict anything, or anyone. Son of a bitch! I was trying to get out. Just realize that there's no Reddit dudes that totally broke the market, man, because they didn't. They really didn't. Like, the market is perfect. It's fine the way it is. It's doing well, and it's much better than China's market, because China is doing some stupid shit. They're basically not. It's like one of the what is it, I want to quote one of the China big marketers, basically the having too much and realizing that they know it's not enough, I guess, or in a certain area where I don't know, it gets on my nerves when people try to say that like, oh, we need to compete with China, and it's like, yeah, we need to compete with China, but we also need to realize that, and also make a fact of the matter that China needs to compete with us, like, all the time, and they're trying to control us by saying these words and like, I don't know what it is, like, stupid shit that they say. oh, I'm issuing a warning to you if you don't play the way we play, blah 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 blah. And is he? There you go. He's got it. Got him. Didn't need to. But yeah, I don't see people making the right decisions sometimes. I don't see them making the right calls in certain situations when it comes to their actual money, and I don't see it, man. It just doesn't. It just gets to me. Like I make these broad strokes and these really like in-depth arguments about how people need to really kind of like check themselves before they start to believe the echo chamber, and I don't know. It just really gets to me sometimes, and I really would like to see people start to go away from the echo chamber and start to realize what actually makes sense is investing smartly, and realizing what actually works is people who make things that are good, and they do their research and they check out things and they make patents in some cases, and that's what causes those stock prices to jump sometimes, is those really real dudes that make the best freaking kind of decisions in certain situations that just people wouldn't understand sometimes, because they're constantly looking for that echo chamber. They're constantly looking for that their own values or their own opinions to be validated. So it just, I don't get it, but I guess I do get it, but there's even more like of like the kind of investment that is like shoddy and at its best, and mine mimics that, but it's more like I know where the situations that are going through. I watch the news, I watch the dudes that are, and besides the news, I watch the discoveries that are being made, all the discoveries within a certain mile radius of us, and all the situations that come about because of those discoveries. I realize that like it sounds kind of boring, and oh my god, I don't like business because it's boring. Yeah, of course. How's it going, viewer? If you would like to message me, you can. I am that's the first viewer I got in a while. but yeah, that's the reason why I think that most people who believe in echo chambers, they say the same thing over and over again, and you kind of like believe it all and stuff like that, and you're like, wait. And then you see something that doesn't coincide with your narrative, that you're like, that's just an anomaly that happens, and they're like, no, it's not. It's just everyone's narrative is not. They're not, and I think that it comes down to what narrative are you really trying to get to, like, because there's certain people's world opinions that don't make any sense, but it's because of their own behavioral kind of conditioning, I guess, and it's not brainwashing or anything like that, but it's more like I have this opinion because I've seen this happen so many times, and within that sort of echo chamber, that's what happens. People get strength in numbers, they don't get strength in themselves, and they start to realize what they think and what they're doing in their lives. It's not as big as the thing that's going on next door. So, and I kind of sympathize with that sometimes, because I can see other people doing things, and like other people like getting to know people and stuff like that, and them like finding new ideas, or not even finding new ideas, but just repeating old ones, and then coming up with a new idea because of it. And that's where discovery comes from too. So, I mean, even though these narratives from all these different news works and news places kind of follow the same regimen of like And these are two things that I don't believe. I don't believe that anyone is the source of all racism within our country. I do believe that it takes the individual to understand and realize that their actions are misputting, and they have to realize that like some situations it really matters. It really matters what the individual thinks too. And I think if people would kind of like sit first and then realize certain things. I have like 2 red dot sites. I don't know why. I wish I could get a compensator, but I don't want that red dot. The layers of their site. I don't want that. Okay. Let's get this shotgun out because there might be some people in here. A decoy grenade. Cool. So yeah, like the whole situation with those echo chambers, it can bring to new discoveries too. But it's just the reason why there's certain echo chambers in stocks and bonds is because people want to be able to like bring about their oh cool, it's suppressor for a handgun. God damn it, I don't have one. Those certain echo chambers that happen in stock markets, they don't sit well with me sometimes, because to make that certain assumption that the stock is going to do well or stock is going to do badly, it's all left up to speculation and research in the market. And that's the reason why I think that most times I'm not even listening to those things. I'm not even listening to those guys. I'm listening to the people that are making their oh, there we go. Oh shit. Okay, damn it. I heard it from over here, so it's over here. I just gotta get on over that hump before you start seeing me again. Alright, cool. Alright, I'm close. I want to get some more bullets, but I don't want to stop here, so. But that's the reason why I think that the Chinese government is kind of a little bit ill-informed sometimes when it comes to things. And, oh man, like, there were so many situations that probably led up to even the coronavirus as well, and all the other different stuff. And I don't want to get into it exactly right now, but I kind of want to like touch on it, I guess, and say that like it's like, I don't know, like WHO seems like sometimes they can be kind of like play favorites sometimes, but I don't really think they do. Like, and that's the reason why I think that like when Trump started doing the whole, oh, we gotta cut off China from us and make sure they get, like, no, that's not the best way of doing it, because then you wind up angering civilians in China and realizing that like they're not getting food, and like that the price of vegetables is skyrocketing, and the price of a whole bunch of different stuff is going so high, and like the stock market has to do with everything in life, and it sucks that like certain people don't really get it like as much when they. I'm trying to find out where this dude's freaking. There he is. Is that him? Yeah, there he is. I see him. Got him. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that like people need to be fed, you know, and it doesn't matter what government system they really have. It matters that we don't shut them off completely, because they'll hate us forever, and we'll become the demons of whatever history or revolution that they feel like fighting for, and then that revolution becomes something of a war, and and that war isn't stopped until it reaches our shores again. So just, no matter what, it feels like it's wrong to cut off all ties to something that is just so fucked up sometimes. And I really think that like people need to listen in some ways to Biden, but they need to also not take his advice in some things too, because I noticed that a lot of times, not a lot of times, but in some cases, people could be okay. I'm gonna follow this dude. I think there we go. Got him. Damn it! Almost. I should have got out my shotgun. That would have been so much easier. That was fun. I need to get something to drink. I shall be right back. And this is... All right, how's it going, viewer? Would you like to message me? I'm going to talk some more about the stock market and how it changes very abruptly with no one's intervention. This is about the recession of 2008. There's a lot of things that sometimes people like. What's important, I think, in most presidencies is most the truth, basically the truth of what they're trying to get to. Basically, not like what they're saying, but mostly what they're trying to get at. Basically, it's like because of certain things in the recession, Obama and a bunch of different people, they made it to where people got taken care of, and that was nice. But what's also nice is having a lot of money, being well off, and being able to support yourself in situations that people more normally wouldn't be able to do. And the stock market does that. So that's the reason why a lot of Republicans, they choose to rely on certain things that are like they're trying to motivate you, basically, to be like, hey, I want you to be able to do the same things that I can do. They're like a telemarketer, basically. That's like, hey, I think you should be and jump on this one thing that I think would change your life, and I want to be your life coach. Basically, that's what Republicans really are, and Democrats are more like not parents, but they're more like let's see. Not revolutionists, because these ideas that the Democrats are saying now have been pretty much like echoed throughout the Senate since the 1800s. So basically, it's like they're basically like, in case this fucks up, you'll be taken care of. And both of their ideas are good. That's the reason why, because and half the people don't really even like. Half the people don't even agree with each other. That's the point. Is the reason why I hate the two-party system we have right now. I really despise it, because it makes me feel like there's something out there that's like, wow, like, all we need is that one little dude, that one little thing, like that one vote that's gonna. And it's like, no, it's before the vote even happens. That's the difference. Is because the people themselves, the Democrats and Republicans, they're fighting on a weird basis, on a team basis, and that shouldn't be that way. Like, a presidency candidate should be honest and forthcoming and forthright, and that's the honesty that I see in both candidates, in all the candidates that really do things. But the honesty really that I really see, or not the honesty, but the marketing ship that I really see, is the fact that they've already been pushed by businesses. They've already been kicked in the stomach by capitalism, and capitalism is a good thing, but it's not something that you need in order to be president. You know, the president exists outside of that most of the time, outside of that constant need for consumption, and that's the reason why they exist outside of that. That's the reason why they should exist outside of that, and the businesses should adhere to themselves because of their values, and not because of them becoming a certain thing or being president at all. That's the one misstep that I think that Trump really even got into. Also, his dumbass Twitter account. But the most I think about in a certain way, this kind of all just. It was all the same. Like, every president, even though like they were being taken care of, our economy was down. And even though our economy's up, we're in some ways in the worst pandemic as far as poverty goes in the whole history of the world. But those things in both situations basically kept us going. So I think that there's nominalist to both sides. It's all nominal, and I think that if there's a way to boost our economy and still be able to take care of the people who really need to be taken care of, like the elderly, the disabled, and a bunch of different people, then I really think that they should realize what they're doing when it comes to just saying that they're going to do something, and then the next presidency it happens, and then the next president takes a freaking credit for it. So like that always gets to me sometimes. It really does. It gets to me in the sense that people don't know what they're actually even existing as. They don't know why they're constantly like, oh, this president's terrible and this president's better, Biden, and then socialism, and then blah blah blah. And first of all, what's his name? What's his name? What's his freaking name? He's not socialist. He's just a little bit more democratic than other Democrats. I shot him in the head, little bastard. But he's just a little bit more democratic. He's a little bit more about taking care of the people than other Democrats are, and that's the reason why he doesn't have a space sometimes. And what's his name? Bernie Sanders. Yeah, there it is. Died Ryan. Bernie Sanders. I don't really pay attention to a lot of politics. I pay attention to their overview, which really kind of gets to me, and I really try to see what they're trying to accomplish, and not like what the people say that like would I mean, one thing that I think that Black Lives Matter is wrong about is coming out against politicians, because they're it's not the politicians that are actually doing the racist shit in the streets, and that's the fucked up part is like. It's like when you're a cop, like you can get away with a lot of shit sometimes, and in a certain area, and you're like, why a certain area? Because there's people that do fucked up shit in certain areas. Like it's fucking crazy because it has a lot to do with the funding of streets and different things like that, and different neighborhoods become different because of people investing in them, and then investing in the neighborhoods, and they see that investment, and they want to people in the city want to surround themselves with people like that, and then that's what happens in New Orleans. Is like some people get left behind, and then people. That's not the way capitalism works, but it's the way that the situation is right now as far as people go. They surround themselves with people that are saying the same things as them. And they surround themselves. I just noticed it all around town too, and that's the reason why I kind of wanted to quit. I kind of wanted to like leave a little bit, but thanks, Died Ryan, one Bernie Sanders, and like I've noticed that like the most things that are really going to change is I quote, and I'm probably an echo chamber for Denzel Washington, but it's the system, and it's the people that constantly become a part of that system that makes it so volatile and so hectic, because it's the people that become a part of those systems that don't want to educate and don't want to change, or don't want to give prisoners a certain right to be able to study and do programs sometimes, because there's a few that get through the cracks, and they're able to make an education, and they're able to make a business when they get out of prison. But I've noticed that a lot of times when you're actually talking about the general population in prison, they have no idea it's even available, and it's mostly just available to people who are like behaving themselves, like for the most part, and it's not affecting the gangs in the streets, and and that's the reason why I think that they should change it to where a lot of and just because they're acting a certain way doesn't mean they shouldn't get education, you know. So like I just don't think that it should apply to just people who are acting good, because in the same sense it would make prisons more profitable, and that's a good thing, because it would make people be able to invest in people's futures as well, and that's the kind of situation that I'm trying to look for when it comes to stuff, because I think about politics way more than anybody else thinks about politics, in my opinion. I think about actual shit that affects people on a day-to-day basis, and when it affects people on a day-to-day basis, like a guy who basically just doesn't want to give up a loan because he believes that somehow the person that I'm going to go over here because this is a terrible, very, very volatile place. I really think that there are situations where there have been what does it mean? there have been situations that basically created the echo chamber, and the echo chamber that happens to be like, well, if they're being good, then they can be educated. It's just like, no, it's their right to be educated. It's everyone's God, not God, universal right, universal right to be educated. I don't technically believe in God, and if there was a God, in my opinion, he kind of just made the universe and let everything be what it wanted to be, because there's a lot of problems in the back in the day. And there was, in the past, people were very, very, very crazy. They would kill their third-born son because they believed that it would give a good harvest or some shit. And that's Mayan. So that's also pretty much everybody. And also, people were in politics were very, very volatile towards each other. They never really wanted to, like, they just wanted the illusion of power, and that was the illusion basically back then, is the power and the things and the doing stuff. Like, there's a dude right there, but I'm gonna see if I can get in this building before he actually tries to shoot me. But that's the reason why I think that most politicians really are trying to help people, and the way they do it is all basically up to them. Trump, and mind you, in this certain situation, these certain situations, Trump had no support whatsoever to begin with. Like, Trump he wasn't a politician to begin with. He wasn't a person of great stature in the political world, and that's why I think that a lot of people don't realize that he kind of was the odd one out all the time. He was like the dude that everybody fucking like. He wasn't the guy that got sat with a whole bunch of people, and so he created this whole persona of himself as a business, and that's what he created as his persona, and that's who he exists as today. It's just, I don't believe that anyone's like the whole systematic problem of the world. I just think that a bunch of people, that when they get together and they say the wrong things, they really fuck shit up for everyone, basically, I guess. Yeah. Echo chambers, that's basically the wrong thing, but basically the thing that's wrong with society today. And Trump eventually was a part of that. Oh, this is a bitch. He's a bitch. And he's gonna get murked. Oh, you're a bitch. Let me get... Got him! Bandage, painkiller, energy drink. 3x scope, we're putting that on there. And extended mag, frag grenade, stun grenade. Let's go with the M146. And then get the 5.5s. Alright, get a helmet. Alright. Alright, so, but that's what I believe more than anything in the entire world, is that as soon as people become a part of echo chambers, there is no stopping what is their fate sometimes within politics. But there's also changing sometimes what their fate is in real life, because politics and real life have a tendency to kind of not be together. Like, realizations of the fact that, like, people have been... You notice how quiet the Trump news has gotten since he left office? Yeah, I noticed that the QAnon and all those other different people who have been, like, basically, trying to... And it's really the reasons why is because they didn't plan anything. They just tried to get all these groups to freaking... to see each other in certain lights, so they would hate each other and shit like that. It's fucking dumb. Like, even the Democrat side was kind of just waiting to be celebritydom, and it made me like, I was disgusted by my own political views. It was bad. It was really bad. I was disgusted by the fact that I had an opinion, and there was a bunch of people that really don't know how to do politics. And those people really need to leave office very soon. And we need to get a more diverse crowd in there, more people actually saying things that need to be done, and our two-party system that constantly like makes a and they did it because they were the most amazing, and you should get their autograph because they're celebrities now, because that's what they are. That's what every politician has basically become, and it got me thinking that basically there's a cloud that constantly goes over people who actually have new ideas, and it engulfs them sometimes, and to the point where to the point where they're not thinking straight, they're not thinking clearly, and then they make stupid decisions, and then their girlfriend is like, I don't know, like it's just fucked up shit that happens because of stuff that shouldn't stress you out, really. Okay, then we got a 2x scope or 3x scope. It's 3x scope, and I'm gonna get in that car. Hopefully, no one's following me. All right. Yeah, like the Trump existence right now is really dumb because they basically have to be as quiet as possible because they're I don't find it that surprising though because I think that he did a lot of stupid shit in office too. Like he said a lot of dumb stuff in office and pissed a lot of people off. But that's the point though. Like is if it was a different person, if it was a person of color and he pissed people off, like people would be behind it, and it gets to me that like, and completely different groups would actually even be on his side, like which is really really secular, and it constantly creates this what am I as far as everything goes, and how is how's my what is it called? How's my theme, basically? How's my theme? Is my theme doing good? Because my theme's doing good, I can still get a loan for $1.2 million in case I'm in debt by $1 billion, and then get it back. That's basically the reasons why. And there's just a car behind me. I just noticed that most of the time. Yeah. God damn it. He got out before me. But it just gets to me that like it says something about do you have to ride to your appointment? No. Can you take me? All right, but yeah, that's what it gets to me about, is like the whole situation with, like I've also noticed that sometimes that Barack Obama has something that he constantly says, and it's not the way, it's the way that he talks. It's like that's his persona that he's trying to set forth and trying to put forth a good foot, basically. But in doing so, sometimes he creates a celebrity on himself. He creates this celebrity about himself that like no one else can possibly even muster up the courage to be around. So like in that sense, he's a lot like who Abraham Lincoln really was, without all the politics. In that sense, he dreamed to a higher purpose, and then that's the whole point I'm supposed to believe. And it's like, you're a higher purpose. And then I know he doesn't talk to his wife like that. I know he doesn't talk to his wife like that. It's really stupid. And I know he doesn't talk to his wife like that, because she'd smack him. She would. I've said this before, but if I had a significant other that constantly sounded like they were patronizing me, I would leave. Like, I would go away. I would go into some like different place or something like that. Like, I'd go into a different room and I'd be like, you got to stop talking like that. because there's no purpose to it. It's like we're in the modern age. We are in the modern age in many ways. I believe that a lot of times what happens with charities early on, and this is the reason why I think that a lot of times people don't get the corruption behind a lot of different charities that are actually in cahoots with the people saying these charities are bad and your charities are good and all these other different things like that. But like, I don't really see the difference sometimes when it comes to stuff like that. But I also see sometimes when people were protesting and it turns into violence, where people are like, well, they were supposed to go to the governor's office and then they were supposed to give a redress of grievances. That's the whole point of protesting. That everyone thinks that it's going to come to some exciting end and someone's going to steal a cheesecake or some shit or something. And then what happened was also atrocious with the Republican riots, basically, and then the Capitol and stuff like that. Both sides basically did the same shit. They did the same shit, and we did it for different reasons, though. Yeah, because you fucking felt like it. That's the reason why you did it. Yeah, you fucking felt like it. You felt like walking through a bunch of different things and have people die from falling off of a goddamn, what was it, ledge? That shit that happened? I saw that one. This dumb motherfucker decided that he was gonna climb up the fucking the state building thing, and he fell and he injured himself very, very, very harshly. And I got laughing on both sides because what was the point of setting fire to a Wendy's? In the same sense of if they would have gotten themselves into debate clubs and realized the issues at hand and realized the issues that are facing their generation and our generation, like our millennials and I'm a millennial basically. I was born in 1987, so it was like 80, anything past 82, I think, but the way that people kind of like push them to their own agenda, it just I'm on stream right now, Mark. They push their own agenda sometimes that like it gets to me and then they do it with ignorance. So when it comes to ignorance, like it comes to they don't know their rights, they don't know the way they could change it, so they just set fire to a Wendy's, and then you know they feel very like disheartened. And I think that the options and the education of debate club and all those other different things, and I didn't even go to debate club, but I was in other things that were really cool, and it opened my eyes to a bunch of different opinions that weren't my own, and it made me think twice before I don't do my research and try to talk about something. And it's like, you know, it's like if you want to be educated, just look at the patterns, look at the ties, look at all the different things that are happening around you, and be aware of your surroundings, because they're destined to change. So like the things we may think are progress or are PC right now, it could be something completely different in the next 20 years. Like shit. I need to run through these bitch in different buildings. No, you bitch. God damn it. That was average. That's fun, man. Okay. But those are the different opinions I have on different things, and it really gets to me sometimes when people don't see the patterns and the things that the people that are moving around and the people that are constantly shaking hands, no matter what side they're on. It just, yeah, it gets to me. And also behind closed doors, people are always telling the secrets about, and that's the point about China that I don't get sometimes, is their espionage is just so lackadaisical. They're the fact that I've even seen news stories of them trying to stop protesters from doing different things, and I think that protests are in itself kind of targeting, you know. Like, I've found that if I don't fully believe in the situation that's going on, or the people that are actually running it, then I don't protest. And it's been a really long time since I actually did try to protest about something, and I think I only felt about that way when I was a kid. So I only felt like actually protesting or saying something about something when I was a youngster, and it's just like, you know, the system kind of puts into itself, and people themselves, they know they're talking behind closed doors. They don't feel the same way they do about people sometimes. They don't say the things they really feel sometimes, or they really mean, because in politics or in that jurisdiction, the executive chambers or the judicial chambers, it's not seen as a strength. But in the same sense, the way you actually feel can really get to someone and really make someone open up emotionally. Even people who are murderers and killers and terrible people, like, it can open up their eyes and to see where the business actually lies, where their future is actually going if they keep doing the same things that they're doing. And I think that actually changes lives. Honesty changes lives more than anything business could ever do. So honesty does everything. It's the basis of everything that makes the world turn. And I'm speaking in metaphors, but it makes us better as people. And I think that like most of the time when I go through the situations in my life, I realize that I have to be honest to myself first, I guess, and then everyone else comes second, because I've realized that path, the path that I've seen when I'm manic or depressive or bipolar or anything like that, or when I have a bipolar episode. I've seen where that leads, and not only does it lead to an inside of a white cell with a straitjacket on, but it also leads to ignorance. It leads to judging preemptively and realizing that sometimes people are just old and they don't know how to use technology. That sometimes people are just dumb and they don't know their own space. They don't know their own personal space. They were born, or they lived in a situation or in a place where everyone was cool with everyone, and then that tried to be introduced to society as a whole, and no, people didn't want to be next to each other all the time. Sometimes people wanted to be alone, like all the time, and that's the good. That's what situationally. It makes for a volatile chemical substance that people they can't accept. They can't accept anything. They can't accept the way that things are going for them sometimes, and those people, they are the ones that either change society or become engulfed by it and start lashing out. So and I've been in that situation before where I've lashed out at people. Not lashed out physically, but emotionally, and by using my voice, because that's always what I've told myself. And in every situation, don't use your hands, use your voice to say something you need, and it's not rendering. Okay, cool. Yeah, like that's the reason why I constantly try to make new things. I try to make new stuff. I try to draw a little bit more than I usually was, because I was in a situation where I couldn't possibly do it all the time. So I don't know what's upstairs. So it just gets to me every single time that there's some sort of outrage, and then that outrage is met with, oh, this person didn't do the right thing. Well, that's good, but what can you make them do the right thing with? What do you want them to do the right thing for? Right? What do you want them to do the right thing for? They were messed up. They had a messed up situation in their lives. They were constantly being brought with just tension and idiocy sometimes around them, and they saw it, and instead of doing something about it, they just sulked in it and became just a volatile person. And I think human to human contact is the most overrated thing that I've ever even had right now. Like I've just noticed that most people don't really see the intentions behind people's likes and wants and everything like that. And I'm not saying that I see it. I'm just saying that I'm more perceptive to people who are like. I'm more perceptive to people who are like, hey, how's it going? And then other people who are like, hey, what can you do for me? Like, sort of thing, I just over time, I think it has a lot to do with my upbringing and my insecurity and a bunch of different other things. Let's see where it is. That was that. Okay, cool. All right. But I see a lot of people, they're struggling, and they're not doing the things that they need to do for themselves sometimes, and and I really get like distraught and held back because I got an 8x scope, bitches. Yes, I got a flash hider. Is that a extended quick drop? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna drop these and a duckbill. All right, we're good. But I don't know. I'm not more perceptive than the other person, than the next person, though. So, place attachment. I already got one. Okay, cool. I'm not more perceptive than the next person, but I say that I'm more educated. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Let's go around. See if we can. There he is. Is that him? No, it's not him. Okay, I think he's in here. Alright, let's go. Okay, he went in. That's what I think basically the stock market is based off of. It's pure speculation in some ways, and then it's absolute research in some ways too. And no one can really make a short and then evaluate on that short and ever change the market. So just take that into consideration whenever people are because they're betting on people being more. Well, I think people tell the not truth to sometimes get to the truth. Sometimes I don't know what their intentions are really with the basic structure of their arguments, I guess. Okay, but I really think that sometimes their arguments are just absolute trash. Their arguments for like saying different things and moving their situations to like, oh, I'm going to go in all options mode, or I'm going to go with ETFs, and I don't have any idea of how to trade them. It's just like, yeah, you gain the experience by doing stuff, but you got to do your research first too. Okay, here we go. The whole likelihood of the stock market being actually even affected by anyone's one opinion, it really just gets to me and it really makes me like, because I've actually studied the stock market, like I've actually studied the way it flows, the way it goes, the way it makes. Yes, or else you were wrecked. Yes, that's right. It's very true. It's always good to do due diligence, no matter what the price is, no matter what the cost is, no matter what the person in the situation is. All Alright, he was here, but he's not here anymore. I'm just gonna see if I can Alright, I'm out the circle. It's the phase is coming. Let's go. There's a boat going. Let me see if I can follow that boat as I'm going. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can get behind it. Alright, I didn't do it right, but at least I got them away from me. Okay, where's the cars at? Okay. There we go, we got one coming. Almost. Damn it. Okay, I gotta get to a car. Is that a car right there? Nope, it's a dilapidated car, but it's not a real car. Yeah, like whatever politician you're, like, because even Biden has his own whatchamacallit, his shortcomings, because he said whatever he needed to say 31 years ago to get into office, and I don't know if he's telling the truth sometimes. I really don't know. Like it's just something I can't put my finger on, and there's no replacement for honesty. Remember that. There's always no replacement for honesty. Like I've gotten to it. I've seen it before, and in people and in the way people actually even talk to each other. It's just I've seen the way he talks to people, basically. So it's just, it gets to me, man. It gets to me. Like I'm not one to say what it is, and then shit just goes awry, and then it pisses me off. There's one. Is there a dude trying to get into it? I'm gonna try to get there really quickly. There he is. Got him. So there was another person, and it was just him. Oh shit. Oh man. It was a good shot. You probably had an 8-time scope too. Alright, I'm at an hour and 36. That's my time. Thanks, Dadrine1. It's really good to find somebody that understands what I'm actually trying to say sometimes. And also people who don't really go for the like, oh, fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you, sort of thing. I'm just like I'm glad people actually go out there, talk, and really know the true facts of their actual intentions sometimes with certain politicians and stock prices. Have a good day. You are your own one-person bomb squad. You can defuse situations that you think are happening, but remember, if they're not, just get some therapy, or try to have some therapy. Free therapy, no, not free therapy. It's your own choice. So just remember that you need to love yourself before you can accept love, and that was fun. be yourself and try not to make anybody pissed off. But if it's your honesty that is making them mad, then maybe you need to let them go. Or maybe, yeah, you need to let them go. Have a good day. Thank you for showing up, second guy. I'm getting ready to go off, though, so catch me next time. I'm probably going to do it, let's see, what time is it right now? Later on today at about, I'm saying about maybe 4 or 5, so. Have a good day, y'all.